Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ghifari Fatthan and this is the second motion for today's competition. Motion is this house regrets mergers and acquisitions within the tech industry, and I'm going to be contra with it. Okay, Rashel Tan, your definition on merger and acquisition is on point, and as if you said, a merger is when two companies combine each other and creates a new joint organization. An acquisition is the takeover of one company by another. You said mergers and acquisition are unjustified and it directly harm consumers and laborers. I disagree with all of that. First, you said merger and acquisition make both company could access its user database if you give your consent, or if you give your consent and you are forced to give consent. This leads to privacy infringement and it is sold to advertisers. You said also without merger and acquisition there will be privacy breachment, but it will be bigger in magnitude. That is a fact that you must consent to give your information to companies. But here's the thing, there is this thing called privacy and policy. The privacy and policy won't get your data breach. You've said that is super long. It won't be written by us, by consumers. No, if they are proven to steal data, they will get criminal punishment, they will get trials. But no, your argument is different. What you said isn't a privacy infringement. The data you've said are sold to advertisers aren't actually your privacy. How this works is, for example, Facebook. Facebook has an AI or algorithm. This AI or algorithm is reading your pattern in doing social media, what you were seeing, what you were looking, and so on. It isn't privacy because the data that are given to the advertisers are actually very specific. For example, in Indonesia, how many percent like sneakers, how many percent like technology gadgets, and so on. It isn't that specific, not like me, Fatthan, liking gadget, more like sneakers. No, it isn't that specific. And no, the advertisers won't get the data. The data that I've told you, Fatthan likes this, Fatthan likes this. No, even though they are tracking that. The thing you said, privacy policy changes in WhatsApp that were done by Facebook, does actually really considers our consent. Look at our WhatsApp maybe 1 month ago. They were broadcasting the message, and it wasn't even a scandal. Facebook are making a little change and making it more integrated to the system. And secondly, you've said it takes acquired company's freedom. It happens when a big company acquires a small company. Yes, that is true. By what I mean, it's true. Usually they bought 51 to 100% of the acquired company stocks. But it isn't exactly taking away its freedom. The meaning of taking away its freedom is when they are doing it without consent. But the thing is, what happened was they were making a deal. It is a win-win solution for both company. For example, when Warren Buffett acquires Geico, the insurance company, the company was dying and Warren Buffett manages to make the company shine again in the market. And taking away its freedom is very wrong word. I mean, management of the smaller companies might be replaced, but it's the decision of both with consent. So it's not taking its freedom. It is a win-win solution. I agree on your words why companies are doing acquisition on mergers. Basically, they just want more market shares and more consumers for their profitability. That is true. And I agree it is going to limit the consumer's option. But here's the thing. It isn't a bad thing at all. It is a very, very good thing for a lot of sides, for consumers, for the business, for workers also. I'm gonna get to this in a minute. So, if both companies doing a merger and acquisition, it will increase the service and product quality. Why? Because they are orienting to consumers. Because their businesses are consumer based. Gojek, Tokopedia. Consumer base, Facebook and Google, consumer base. Consumer base are very relying to consumers. They won't let go their consumers and they will do anything to keep their consumers around. They won't let go us. They won't let go the consumers. Which results more innovative and quality products, more quality services, and so on. It isn't a bad thing. Not even a bad thing is there. And I agree, it is a bit concept, it's a bit of of monopoly concept, but it is a win-win solution for both of us, for us the consumers and for you, the business owners or the company. Yeah, as I've said, many mergers or acquire companies are doing promos or marking down. No, not as I've said. As you've said, many mergers or acquire companies are doing promos or marking down their process to make to get more market shares. And smaller startups or companies must also mark down their prices because a lot of the market shares are taken by these big companies. I actually agree this is very unprofitable for the small companies, but here's the thing. It is business. Everyone is eating each other. Everyone is competing against each other in this industry. There is no friend in business. Everyone is competing each other. For example, Gojek with Grab, Facebook with Google. Nobody gives any care to their competitors. If they could wipe out their competitors, they would do it, no doubt. It is usually the smaller companies' fault because it's the small companies' fault why they are falling down. Yeah, the first reason, maybe they were just imitating the business model of the bigger company or the first company, and maybe their services and products aren't good enough for us, for consumers, so that's why they don't get any market share. And thirdly, maybe they just don't know how to do marketing. Yeah, their marketing sucks and so on. So that's why smaller startups fail. 1 out of 10 startups win. 9 out of 10 startups fail because of that. Because there's a lot of factors going in, right? Except except many factors, except bigger companies merger. You've also said mergers and acquisitions are harming workers. It isn't at all. If two companies are merging or a bigger company acquires smaller ones, it's going to be very beneficial to workers. For example, Geico, they were acquired by Warren Buffett. It employs new management, it employs new people. For example, also Goto, when they both merge each other, they will need more people, more developers, more digital marketers, and so on. It is very beneficial for workers because mergers and acquisition opens new employment. My conclusion is merger and acquisition is an act of companies trying to get more market share. This is actually very beneficial in a lot of sides. Us, the business workers. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.